So
Sure.
why do people even do it? Why would you have Ciel Power come in?
Usually people call us because they're uncomfortable in their home. Usually it's an older home that we're going to. They have a problem area. Either they're cold in a room above a crawl space, or they have really high bills and they want to see how to lower them. And then we come and diagnose the problem.
Wow.
The reason that they actually go through with the assessment here in New Jersey is because it's the first step towards participating in the New Jersey Home Performance with Energy Star program.
Okay, what is that?
This program will provide you with either $2,000, $3,000, or $4,000 in cashback incentives and either $5,000, $10,000, or $15,000 worth of incentive financing to install energy efficiency improvements in your house.
Wow, so this is to make a home greener? Or tell me about that.
It does help make your home greener. It helps lower your energy bills, but the reason most of our customers do this is because it helps to make your house more comfortable.
The software that we use actually will spit out a total energy savings number. The higher that percentage number is, the greater the rebate you qualify for.
So people can really decide to what extent they want to take on any of your recommendations? Oh, that's cool. So it's not like they have to take a whole program or feel compelled to do every single thing on the list. Can you do things a la carte?
Yes, you can do a smaller project, but I kind of try and guide the homeowner into what is the best thing that they can do if they do want a smaller proposal.
Do you see, when you do it back, do you see something that is consistently the one thing that we're always missing?
I mean, I walk through the house and I see a million things.
I know, it's like being a realtor, you see everything that's right or wrong. I get it, you know it, right.
A lot of addicts, you know, it's like wearing your hat in the winter. They have either the existing insulation that the builder, you know, put down and now it's crumbling from like 1950 or 1960.
What are the biggest costs to the homeowner for, all right, so it's an attic. Is that a huge cost for a homeowner, or is that well within this loan program?
Good question. So what the software does is it helps with that. So it helps to prioritize the upgrades that have the biggest bang for their buck. The insulation codes in the attic, even in the 8 years that we've been in business, have changed several times. When we came into the business, it was an R19, then it went to an R38, and now it's gone up to an R49. So,
I don't know what that means,
right?
but it sounds bad.
And so it's really simple. R is resistance. So the bigger the number, the higher the resistance. And it's just like suntan lotion. You know, when you get the higher the number, the more protection you get. It's the same thing for your attic. So and now you're talking, an R49 attic is probably about 1.5 to 2 feet deep. So if you look up in your attic, it's pretty easy to tell.
Yeah, no, there's no feet.
Right, exactly.
No feet, maybe inches, I don't know. But
Right.
tell us like the target audience for is it a seller? In my world, we look at everyone as buyers and sellers.
Right.
Is it a seller? Is it a buyer? What happens?
But usually buyers, especially if they're going to be there for the long run, they want to make the best improvements and lower their bills and be comfortable. And usually what I see is when I do meet with a new buyer, they're usually a younger family just starting out, and they just want to do whatever they can to be settled for their time there. So that's usually what I see as buyers.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
We've had customers come back to us and specifically to say that how great it was when they put their house on the market, how quickly it sold and how much it sold for, and they felt that the level of efficiency that house had contributed to that process. So that was really nice to hear. So what is the value proposition of a home performance project? The value proposition is severalfold. Number one, when we come back and sit with you, we're going to let you know exactly how much savings you're going to realize by installing the measures that we recommend. So you're going to get a report. In that report is going to tell you what those prescriptive measures are, and if you install those measures, what you can expect the savings on your energy bill to be. Over the years, you're going to amortize the cost of these improvements against the savings on your energy bill the entire time that you live in the house. So that's never going to go away. So as we sit here, we're breathing, we're exhaling, there's stuff cooking, there's a lot of different things happening inside
Not
of
in
the
my house. There's no cooking. Don't worry about it.
There's showers happening. There's a whole bunch of different stuff happening that exudes moisture, contaminants, pollutants. Some of the new furniture even has some VOCs in it that we want to make sure that get out of here. Foam. There's a whole bunch of different things that we do through the course of our lives that generate contaminants or pollutants, and we just want to make sure that those are being exhausted from the house. Most of the time, for most houses, they're naturally leaky, and that's the principal source of ventilation in the house. And a lot of people have heard that a house should breathe, and it should, because we need that air, those pollutants to exhaust themselves, but it should breathe at a specific rate. So you wouldn't sit here in the middle of a 20-degree winter day and leave the back door open, because that just wouldn't make sense. You'd be uncomfortable, your heating system would be stressed trying to keep up with keep the temperature in here warm. It's the same thing for the overall house. We want to make sure that we tighten that house up to the point that contaminants are still being exhausted, but at the same time, we're not leaving a sliding glass door open. And believe it or not, a lot of houses that we test have the equivalent of leaving a sliding glass door.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
it's so one of the tests that we do is we pinpoint exactly how leaky your house is relative to what the recommended level is. And that's one of the most fascinating parts of the process.
It's true. And what's also nice is that we test before and after, which I think a lot of homeowners appreciate. So when we come to the house, Beth's here spending 3 hours, and then when we're done with the work, we come back to retest the home to make sure we tighten the house accordingly, all the work was done properly, and we test everything all over again. So I think that's important for homeowners to know as well.